Imagine this: a silent world. A world where every light goes dark and never turns back on. Aircraft fall from the sky. Hospitals freeze mid-operation. Cities turn into shadows, and humanity stands on the edge of its most primal fear: the return to darkness. This is not a power outage. This is permanent. This is the question no one wants to ask. What if the world's electricity shut off forever? Electricity is invisible, yet it is the single thread holding together the entire modern world. It powers our survival, our communication, our health, our cities, our global economy. We rarely notice it until it's gone. But today we step into a reality where the lights fail and never return. Not a flicker, not a spark. It's not a single electron moving through a wire again. This is a scenario where humanity must face its greatest technological collapse and decide whether it can adapt or fall. Before we explore the world after the shutdown, we need to understand what no electricity actually means. This isn't a blackout caused by a storm. It isn't caused by an EMP attack or a grid overload. In this hypothetical scenario, every method of generating electrical power stops functioning. No solar panels, no wind turbines, no hydroelectric dams, no nuclear reactors, no batteries, no generators, no electronics, nothing. The laws of physics remain the same, but every global system that converts energy into electricity simply fails. Humanity is thrown backward, not by centuries, but by its own dependence. The world must face a new age, the age without power. It begins instantly. Airplanes lose power mid-flight. Within the first 2 minutes, thousands of aircraft descend in silence. No instruments, no engines, no navigation. Skyscrapers turn into monoliths of darkness. Elevators stop between floors. Subways freeze deep underground. Traffic lights die at once, causing collisions in every major city. Phones go dead. Emergency services go blind. Hospitals lose life support systems. A race against time begins, and all across the world, a single question spreads faster than fear. What happened? Panic sets in. Governments attempt to respond, but their communication systems collapse. No radio, no satellites, no internet. Modern militaries become useless without digital infrastructure. Drones fall. Missile systems shut down. Global surveillance goes dark. Meanwhile, millions of people are trapped in trains, in elevators, in hospitals, in tunnels, in planes. Emergency generators fail instantly. They rely on stored electricity to ignite. There is no backup. There is no way to start them. Across the globe, nighttime arrives like a tidal wave. A darkness humanity hasn't seen since ancient days. But the worst is yet to come. Without electricity, water stops flowing. Modern cities depend on electric pumps for drinking water, for sewage, for fire control. Within 24 hours, toilets stop working, taps run dry, fires burn uncontrollably, hospitals lose sterilization, refrigerated medicine spoils. By the end of the first day, global society is already cracking. Food distribution collapses. Modern agriculture, tractors, irrigation, refrigeration, storage all rely on electricity. Banking halts. Money loses meaning without digital records. The global economy freezes in place. Humanity enters day one of its greatest crisis. 3 days without electricity, and the world becomes unrecognizable. Cities turn into pressure cookers. There's no communication, no information. Rumors become reality. Fear becomes law. Cold regions face freezing temperatures with no heating. Hot regions face deadly heat without cooling. Transportation collapses. Cars can still run, but fuel cannot be pumped. Gas stations are silent. Airports become graveyards of metal. Ports fill with stranded ships, unable to unload cargo. Hospitals, once the centers of healing, become places of impossible decisions. Humanity realizes a truth it never wanted to face. Electricity is not convenience. It is survival. Within 1 week, humanity steps fully into the past. Cities begin to empty. People migrate toward rivers for water, toward farmland for food, toward open land for safety. Absence of electricity reshapes civilization. Governments lose control. Without communication, leadership fragments. Medical systems collapse.
Ow.
No refrigeration, no sterile tools, no digital diagnostics. Knowledge becomes fragile. Digital archives vanish. Cloud storage becomes unreachable. A century of human progress becomes locked behind dead screens. Human survival returns to the fundamentals: fire, water, shelter, food. Humanity must relearn skills forgotten for generations, from growing crops to navigating by the stars. 1 year later, the Earth is a different planet. The population has declined sharply, not by violence alone, but by the collapse of systems that kept billions alive. Communities reorganize into small, local societies. Villages emerge around rivers, fertile land, and coastal areas. With no electricity, humanity turns to manual farming, mechanical tools, animal labor, fire for heat, and cooking paper for records and maps. Cities become ruins of the electric age. Skyscrapers stand as monuments of a world that depended on a single force and lost it. Travel shrinks. Most people never move beyond a few miles from where they live. The globalized planet disappears. A smaller, slower world returns, but nature recovers. With industries silent, skies clear, rivers run clean, animals return to abandoned cities. The Earth heals as humanity struggles to survive. 10 years into the Dark Age, humanity adapts. New systems emerge, not electronic, but mechanical. Not digital, but physical. Windmills return to grind grain. Water wheels return to power basic machinery. Steam engines emerge once more. Knowledge becomes the most valuable resource. Books become priceless. Engineers, farmers, carpenters, blacksmiths, these are the architects of the new world. Societies become smaller, but more self-reliant. Humanity rebuilds, slowly, cautiously, without the electric spark that once connected billions. But something else grows in its place: resilience. Historically, humanity lived without electricity for more than 99% of its existence. Civilizations rose and fell powered by muscle, wind, fire, and water. But in just 150 years, electricity rewired every aspect of human life. It became the backbone of medicine, science, agriculture, communication, and global trade. A sudden and permanent loss would not simply revert us to the 1800s, it would collapse systems built on assumptions of constant power. This scenario is extreme, but it teaches a powerful truth. Our world is more fragile than it appears. If the world's electricity shut off forever, humanity would not vanish, but it would transform. We would lose the digital world, the global world, the instant world, and in its place, slower, harder, more ancient world would rise. It's a world that demands survival, a world that restores nature, a world that reminds us how deeply we depend on a force we cannot see. So the real question is not just, what if electricity disappeared forever? It is, are we prepared for a world where the lights may not always stay on? More importantly, what other hidden forces keep our civilization alive? And what happens if they fail next?